As redes sociais e os blogs nada mais são do que diferentes canais de expressão para aquilo que nós fazemos todos os dias, conversar com as pessoas. Porém, a internet, ela conseguiu turbinar a nossa conversa e agora o ouvido de quem nos escuta é do tamanho do mundo. O engano é achar que o que nós dizemos para alguém ou comentamos em um pequeno círculo de amigos irá permanecer ali. Ao contrário, as nossas palavras ficam gravadas em pedra eletrônica e isso pode trazer problemas. Opiniões dadas em listas de discussão, fóruns e comunidades podem servir de munição para um processo contra você. O pior é que para esses casos não existe um exterminador do futuro. Anos depois de você passar por todos os problemas e conseguir resolvê-los, aquilo pode começar a pipocar em outros lugares. Alguém copia para outro fórum, que cai nas mãos de alguém que copia para outro e assim vai. Sempre que você coloca uma foto sua numa rede social, lembre-se de uma regrinha básica que serve também na hora de postar suas opiniões. Nós somos mutáveis. E pode ser que o que eu disse hoje, ou quis que as pessoas vissem de mim hoje, da minha aparência hoje, não será o que eu direi ou o que eu serei amanhã. Então não se engane pensando que a sua imagem ou vídeo só vai aparecer hoje para quem você enviou hoje. Não vai. Alguém sempre copia e multiplica. Conheço gente que pensa em voz alta e aí está o perigo. Quem não tem freios fica mais vulnerável quando participa das redes sociais. Sabe como é? Pessoas que gostam de se gabar, de dizer o que lhes vem à cabeça. O problema é que antigamente elas eram ouvidas por uma ou duas amigas. E hoje, o que lhes vem à cabeça vai aparecer no placar de um estádio em jogo de decisão de Copa do Mundo. Porque esse é o efeito que tem algumas coisas na internet.
Folks, you gotta be careful what you tweet, especially if you work for a company that manages digital brands. Justine Sacco was a PR officer at IAC. I say was because on her flight to her South African vacation, she sent out a tweet. Going to Africa. Hope I don't get AIDS. Just kidding, I'm white! If you can believe it, people on Twitter were not amused. And as she was flying over the Atlantic to start her South African vacation, Twitter went crazy with the hashtag, "Has Justine landed yet?" Apparently this PR officer didn't really understand how Twitter works. The IAC had a statement. This is an outrageous, offensive comment that does not reflect the views and values of IAC. We hope, however, that time in action and the forgiving human spirit will not result in the wholesale condemnation of an individual who we have otherwise known to be a decent person at core. But they've parted ways with Justine. And after the Twitterverse went crazy with their mob condemnation, Justine has come out with an apology. Words cannot express how sorry I am. But the folks at Aid for Africa turned this PR officer's nightmare into their own dream come true. They actually bought JustineSacco.com and then redirected it straight to their website, Aid for Africa. Be sure to check it out.
The girl who did this has officially been fired. It was dumb, disrespectful, something a 7th grader does on a field trip. If she had just left out the middle finger, it would have been some stupid joke on her Facebook page, that's it. But the Arlington Cemetery woman. One thing being argued is the example being set by her company by firing her more important than her job. Given it was an official trip, given where she works, given where it was, probably. And again, both sides are being argued, but she really only has herself to blame. So what else have we learned today, children? Whatever you're posting on Facebook is being broadcast to the world, and your employer, you know this. So when you work for a nonprofit company like Life, serving the learning disabled, you might not want to do anything remotely offensive in a public place, especially posted online. And Lindsay, who had probably one of the worst Thanksgivings ever, has definitely learned her lesson, professionally, personally, and we've all done stupid shit, so a witch hunt is definitely not gonna help. So why don't we focus our attention on something else, like Black Friday, where people often act disgustingly worse than Lindsay Stone.
To be here, I kind of want to tell you a little bit more of the, I don't want to say basics, because we don't really know anything about my syndrome. I was born with this very, very rare syndrome that only 2 other people in the world, including myself, that we know of, have. Basically, what this syndrome causes is that I cannot gain weight. Yes, it does sound as good as it is. I could eat absolutely whatever I want, whenever I want, and I won't really gain any weight. I'm going to be 25 in March, and I've never weighed over about 64 pounds my entire life. One of the biggest things that I had to deal with growing up was something that I'm pretty sure every single one of us in this room has dealt with before. Can you guess what that is? Starts with a B. Can you guys guess it? Boys. Bullying. I know what y'all are thinking. I should have come. Why couldn't I sit here with them? I had to deal with bullying a lot, but as I said, I was raised very normally. So when I started kindergarten, I had absolutely no idea that I looked different. No clue. I couldn't see that I looked different from other kids. When I was in high school, I found a video, unfortunately, that somebody posted of me labeling me the world's ugliest woman. There were over 4 million views to this video, 8 seconds long, no sound, thousands of comments, people saying, Lizzie, please just do the world a favor, put a gun to your head and kill yourself. Think about that. If people told you that, strangers told you this. I cried my eyes out, of course, and I was ready to kind of fight back, and something kind of clicked in my head, and I thought, I'm just going to leave it alone. So I could either choose to be happy, or I could choose to kind of be upset with what I have and still kind of complain about it. But then I started realizing, am I going to let the people who called me a monster define me? Am I going to let the people who said kill it with fire define me? No. I'm going to let my goals and my success and my accomplishments be the things that define me, not my outer appearance, not the fact that I'm visually impaired, not the fact that I have this syndrome that nobody knows what it is. So I told myself I'm going to work my butt off and do whatever I could to make myself better, because in my mind, the best way that I could get back at all those people who made fun of me, who teased me, who called me ugly, who called me a monster, was to make myself better and to show them, you know what? Tell me those negative things, I'm going to turn them around, and I'm going to use them as a ladder to climb up to my goals. That's what I did. I told myself I wanted to be a motivational speaker, I want to write a book, graduate college, have my own family, my own career. 8 years later, I'm standing in front of you, still doing motivational speaking. First thing, I accomplished it. I wanted to write a book. In a couple weeks, I will be submitting the manuscript for my 3rd book. I wanted to graduate college, and I just finished college. I'm getting a degree in communication studies from Texas State University in San Marcos, and I have a minor in English. I really tried to use real life experience while I was getting my degree, and my professors were not having it. But I wanted to have, lastly, my own family and my own career, and the family part is kind of down the line. My career part, I feel like I'm really doing well with it, considering the fact that when I decided I wanted to be a motivational speaker, I went home, I sat in front of my laptop, went to Google, typed in how to be a motivational speaker. I'm not even joking. I worked my butt off. I used the people who were telling me that I couldn't do this to motivate me. I used their negativity to light my fire to keep going. Use that. Use that. Use that negativity that you have in your life to make yourself better, because I guarantee you, you will win. Now, I want to end with asking you again. I want you to leave here and ask yourself what defines you. But remember, brave starts here. Thank you.
Este é um campo minado e nós devemos caminhar nele com muito cuidado. Se a minha opinião é minha preferência e não fere ninguém, então não há por que não expressá-la e correr o risco de levar uns tabefes de quem tem opinião contrária. Temos, afinal, a liberdade de expressão ainda nesse país. Existem pessoas que torcem para times diferentes, têm gostos diferentes, vão a lugares diferentes, gostam de músicas diferentes, de filmes diferentes. Elas não irão sempre concordar entre si e todas tentarão convencer umas às outras do contrário. Já quando as opiniões envolvem o nome de terceiros, a coisa pode ficar mais complicada. Então, se eu escrevo, eu devo assumir as consequências disso, caso a pessoa citada não goste. Quão grave é o que eu disse? Quais as consequências? Será que eu estou pronto para sofrer o dano? Essas são perguntas que nós sempre devemos fazer antes de clicar no botão enviar. Há também algumas áreas nebulosas, onde nem sempre as coisas são preto no branco. E há também assuntos que podem ser considerados tabu ou entendidos como discriminação por alguns. Eu acho que os assuntos que podem ser interpretados como discriminação são um grande problema.